Hello, my name is Rahil Patel. My story begins in London, where I was raised in a devout Hindu home. From a young age, I was a spiritual seeker, drawn to the canvas of Hinduism with its vast and varied philosophies. Though I was exposed to Christian schooling and traditions like Christmas plays and hymns, my heart was set on finding God through the path I knew. At just 19 years old, I left my family in the UK and traveled to India, a young man on a mission to become a Hindu priest. In my first month of rigorous training, while praying in a temple, a silent question echoed in my mind, a question that would follow me for years. Have you made the right choice? This whisper of doubt was a constant companion, but I pressed forward. To be chosen as a favored priest by our guru, whom we believed was God in human form, was a dream come true. Yet, the more I studied, the more restless I became. I found myself asking scholars tough questions, only to be told, "You think too much. Just get on with it." My inner turmoil led me on a different kind of pilgrimage. As a Swami priest, I traveled to Rome 19 times, inexplicably drawn to the atmosphere of the churches. In my orange robes and with a shaven head, I would stand in the Sistine Chapel, looking up at the paintings of Jesus and John the Baptist. I felt something beyond the physical, a deep resonance in my heart that spoke of a peace I had never known. These secret encounters with Jesus became my lifeline. I found a children's Bible and felt an immediate, profound connection to its words. But fear gripped me, the fear of betraying my guru and losing everything, my friends, my identity, my life's work. I was trapped, a spiritual leader to thousands, while privately begging a God I didn't know to get me out of the very life I had built. I would sneak these Christian truths into my talks, and I could see in people's faces that they were being fed by something their souls truly needed. They would cheer and applaud, but I would return to my room and pray, "Can you please get me out of here?" The burden of this deception was unbearable. My pursuit of truth felt in vain. I had done everything right by the world's standards, yet I was spiritually dry and unfulfilled. I felt that my Hindu faith was about doing things for God, but I never felt His love or acceptance in return. The battle came to a head in a final quiet meeting with my guru in Mumbai. In a moment of desperation, the words just came out, "I don't want to be a Swami anymore." The silence that followed was deafening. He simply said, "Fine, go." My mind went numb, but my soul was finally free. I had been on a train for 20 years, and at that moment, I finally got off. I flew back to London, exhausted and done with religion. I felt I had wasted my life. But 3 weeks later, as I walked, my head turned on its own accord. I saw a small church with beautiful red doors down a quiet street. As I approached, 2 people were there to welcome me in. The moment I walked through those doors, the presence of God fell upon me. I felt an incredible peace and heard that same silent whisper in my ear, but this time it said, "You're home." Sitting in the pew, listening to the worship and a sermon that finally made sense, I knew what I had to do. I needed to repent of my sins and ask for God's forgiveness. As I gave my life to Jesus, a massive burden was lifted from my shoulders. I was found by a love that was not about karma or my shortcomings, but about grace. My life was no longer about a religion of doing, but a relationship of being. My life now has a beautiful new purpose. I serve as a speaker and tutor at the Oxford Centre for Christian Apologetics, OCA, where I help bridge the gap between Eastern worldviews and the Christian Gospels. I've written a book, Found by Love, a Hindu priest encounters Jesus Christ, sharing my story with others who are also seeking. God pursued me my whole life, not to trap me in another religion, but to set me free in a relationship with His Son. The rest and peace I have now is mind-blowing. It's a peace that surpasses all understanding, a gift I pray everyone can experience. Thanks for listening to my testimony. I pray the Lord opens your heart and mind to an incredible journey with Jesus. May God strengthen and lead you into His marvelous light. God bless you. Have a blessed day.